Okay, this is CBS Omega Omni, back with another video. The first in a long time. Not too long ago, I just, got done watching the, ScrewAttack's death battle between Kirby and Majin Buu. And I had to make a video about it. I thought it was, interesting, but also, I'm a big DBZ fan, so obviously I was not all that, happy to find out that Majin Buu got defeated. Admittedly, I didn't know a whole lot about Kirby, I'll admit it. I don't hate Kirby. I think he's he's the cutest little puffball that could, ever. But there are some things that they did with Majin Buu that does make me question its, the legitimacy of this death battle. For example, honestly, I thought they were only going to include Fat Buu. I was actually really afraid that they were only going to include Fat Buu. But they included Kid Buu, which I thought was neat. He's the most dangerous Buu, but he's not the most powerful Buu, and that was one of the things that I questioned. With Kirby, they gave him everything. Every power-up you could think of, every feat from the show to the games, they gave him, everything. So why couldn't you have given, the DBZ side, Mystic Super Buu? If you're wondering, Mystic Super Buu, what's that? Well, that's Gohan Absorbed. I call him Mystic Super Buu. I don't like calling it Super Buu Gohan Absorbed. It doesn't sound cool. Mystic Super Buu, it has a nice ring to it, and then, when he absorbed Gotenks, I like to call him Super Buu 3. It just sounds a lot better. But he should have been included in Mystic Super Buu because he's the strongest Majin Buu. They said Kirby is more durable, and he can dish out more, and that's why he won. He plummeted him into the sun. He threw the... But in the death battle, when they showed the scene, didn't he throw, a regular... didn't Kirby just throw a regular enemy into the sun? How could he... that's not the same as throwing a giant ball of, planet destroying power. And on top of that, it was stated that he can generate one so strong it could destroy the Earth 10 times over. And you're telling me he can throw that and plummet it into the sun? That doesn't seem too believable to me. And like I said, he's not the strongest Majin Buu. Mystic Super Buu is. Also, I'm just gonna say it, why can't Majin Buu just ever defeat a major opponent with his shape-shifting beam, and turn him into candy? Why is it that Majin Buu can, well, honestly, I do know the reason why, at least for the show, because it's cheap as fuck. It's cheap. All he has to do is hit the enemy and boom, they're defeated. They turn into candy or whatever, And since Mystic Super Buu has Piccolo inside of him, he could have strategized and used it to defeat Kirby. Mystic Super Buu's a lot smarter than Kid Buu, and he's supposed to be stronger because Kid Buu could barely, defeat Super Saiyan 3 Goku when he's fresh and not tired. I think Goku had even implied that if he wasn't worried about the people around him and if it was just a straight up brawl, he might have been able to defeat, Kid Buu at Super Saiyan 3. So, Kirby, I guess you could say, could be, stronger. Also, they said, because Kid Buu had instantaneous movement. It's he can't escape it because he has a big, he can't force his way out of the blast, the circular bomb. Here's the problem. They compared it to the Spirit Bomb. The Spirit Bomb isn't any ordinary explosion. It affects evil, pure evil. You know, Kid Buu's pure evil, so the Spirit Bomb works perfectly on him. So yeah, Kirby, you know, can win because of those feats they showed, but I'm just here to say that, you know, Majin Buu could still possibly win. You know, Mystic Super Buu could. You know, he would just have to hit him with with his shape-shifting beam, or he could even try to absorb, you know, Kirby. He could literally manipulate torn off pieces of his body and use it to absorb enemies. You know, he could do that at will. And it was so strong, even Vegito couldn't completely escape it. Even Vegito couldn't. You know, he can rip through dimensions, so that would allow him to get away from, you know, Kirby's, you know, inside of him, you know, the dimension. So, yeah, Kirby's stronger, but Mystic Super Buu would have been smarter, you know, and he could have used, you know, he didn't necessarily have to be stronger than Kirby to beat him. He could have hit him with the shape-shifting beam, and if he hit him, I'm sorry, there's nothing Kirby would have been able to do about it. You know, then he would have been helpless, and then Majin Buu would have, you know, eaten him, or Mystic Super Buu. And Vegito escaped it, you know, because he was a hard, you know, piece of candy, you know, a jawbreaker. You know, Majin Buu could have picked something softer, though. It was kind of a cop-out in the show. I think that was a filler. Well, actually, no, it wasn't filler, but it might have been different in the manga. But regardless, you know, that's a canon ability, the shape-shifting beam. So, yeah, I'm just saying, that death battle could have gone either way. I don't care what, you know, Wiz or Boomstick says. That fight could have gone either way, and, you know, they just made it so, you know, so Mystic Super Buu wouldn't have been, you know, the final Buu to go up against him, and they just made it so Kirby never got hit by the shape-shifting beam. I'm not saying Kirby can't avoid it, you know, possibly, but you can't tell me that, you know, it couldn't have happened. It could have happened. Kirby could have been hit by it. And, you know, that's it. You know, I'm a pretty darn big DBZ fan, so it does kind of, I'm disappointed, you know, but hey, it's just a death battle, you know, for a fan, you know, fiction thing, kind of, you know, but you know, they try to see who would win. But yeah, you know, so I, you know, hope the Kirby fans are happy. As for the DBZ fans, oh well. You know, they're not gonna go back or change anything just because of what we think, but yeah, we know that it could have gone either way. So, and that's all. CBS Omega Omni signing out.